Hey! Where's that scary music coming from? Yikes! It's Zombies Ate My Neighbors, where you appear in every demented horror flick ever to make you hurl jujubes. What are two wholesome teenage stars doing in a 16-bit game like this? Well, they're trying to save their nice neighbors, cheerleaders, and babies from a fate worse than polyester. Who could put this slice of suburbia in such goose-pimply behavior? Zombies, relentless chainsaw maniacs, mummies, evil dolls that just won't die, lizard men, blobs, vampires, giant ants, Martians, and more. Play Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but don't be surprised if your friends are missing when you hear the sound of a chainsaw hissing. That's so bad. This is Zombies Ate My Neighbors, developed by LucasArts, published by Konami, released in 1993, known as Zombies in the Europe and Australian territories, and this is a action top-downy kind of game. We looked at a game, kind of a follow-up to this forever ago. I don't remember what it was called. Ghoul Patrol, that's what it was called. I know that because it's written there. And I know it was not a great commercial success, but was well received for its graphical style, humor, and deep gameplay. Let me tell you something, it's not funny and the gameplay is not very deep, so yeah. Here's the deal, we pick a character, we run through levels, we have to find keys to open doors and save all the neighbors from zombies, etc., etc. Shopping malls, pyramids, haunted castles, whatever. Horror monsters are all over there, zombies, werewolves, whatever. We talked about that. There are 48 stages, which have 7 optional bonus levels, and we have to rescue numerous types of neighbors. Barbecue chefs, teachers, babies, tourists, inspectors, soldiers, dogs, and cheerleaders. Once you have saved them all, a door will open and take you to the next stage. All the neighbors will be killed if an enemy touches them, preventing them from being saved for the remainder of the game or until an extra bonus victim is awarded. On some levels, daytime gradually turns to night. Upon nightfall, tourists turn into werewolves and cannot be saved. The game counts it as if they had been killed. So that's nice. We have a bunch of different types of weapons, like an Uzi, water gun, bazookas, weed whackers, explosive soda cans, ice pops, tomatoes, silverware, dishes, ancient crucifixes, flamethrowers, fire extinguishers, and Martian bubble guns. Each have their own different levels of effectiveness against certain enemies. Developed by LucasArts, published by Konami, who was already known for platformers at the time. Music for the game was composed by Joseph Joe McDermott, developed on the Super Nintendo before it was ported to the Genesis halfway through. The Zaman engine would later be used for Ghoul Patrol, Metal Warriors, and Big Sky Trooper. The developer wanted to include battery save, but was unable to do so as they could not afford it. Imagine that, LucasArts not having any money. The monsters are based off classical horror films from the 90s and modern films like Friday the 13th and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There was some censorship for the game. Nintendo of America ordered all depictions of blood and gore be removed or changed to purple ooze. European nations like the UK, Ireland, Italy, France, Spain, Austria, Portugal, Finland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Germany censored more by having the game renamed to Zombies and ordered other changes, including the replacement of chainsaw-wielding enemies to lumberjacks wielding axes. There you go. It was not an immediate success, but it became a cult classic. Upon its release, it got average praise, earning an 84.5, which is above average, I would mention. On Game Rankings, reviewers cited its humor, 2-player mode, graphics, and music. I Let's Played this. It was requested by somebody. I don't remember who, and I'm going to tell you, not my kind of game. I didn't have fun with it. I thought the levels... number one, the game is too long. 48 stages is way too much for not having any sort of in-game save feature. The graphics are fine. I don't think they're great, but they're pretty good. The backgrounds look better than the sprites. The music is good. The controls fine. It just, I don't know. It just didn't strike me. Didn't strike me as being super enjoyable. Plus, there's a weird like developer level where you get to meet the developers from the game, and that was just obnoxious, let me tell you.